Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So how did you first hear about Helping Hands for Cruising?
I kind of didn't hear about it. It kind of fell in my lap through Roxy. Roxy and I had been talking over the years, and I didn't know that she had nominated me. So she had won the cruise,
Mm-hmm.
and she was chosen, and she went. And then when she was asked if she knew of anybody who was in a particular way, and she thought of me, and so she brought me up. And then I was contacted by Michael Ann, and yeah, it just went from there. And so Roxy texted me on Messenger and said, "Hey, are you free to talk?" I said, "Yeah, I'm free to talk." She says, "I didn't tell you this, but you've been picked for a cruise, and I didn't tell you." And I go, "What? What are you?" So she says, "I only have a couple of minutes. They want to talk to you." And there was an appointment that she'd made with Mike Lynn that I would. So it all came within 15 or 20 minutes. And so they talked to me and they told me all about it. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. So here I was, just stomping through life, and next thing you know, this thing, kind of falls in my lap. I go, God, this is awesome. Like this is wonderful, because I've always thought about it.
G'day, folks. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. First in the chat, g'day Denise from Bentleigh Travellers. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Hope everything is working well with you.
Was los, Denise?
Oh,
Hallo? Denise!
okay. I had to bring that up. I'm sorry, but that's your calling card, young lady. Joe, welcome aboard, buddy. It's been a while since we've spoken. Computer to computer. Now we need to talk face to face. Anyway, it's Tuesday. It's chatting with Shaun. First things first. Yes, we've got some interesting news and some happy news to bring along. Board had its meeting on the weekend, and yep, we've got some exciting things happening. First of all, we've got Shannon now operating full in the board along with Crystal and so forth. We're currently undergoing a little bit of a restructure in terms of who does what and how. and formalizing that so everybody will be excited to know. And next step is we now have Jody Bender with us. Jody is our project manager. She makes sure that everybody does their projects. I asked her whether my project was good, and she said drawing castles is not sufficient. You have to do more than just drawing. And I said, but I did it paint by numbers, and she got upset with me. But so anyway, I know I've got things I need to do. In fact, everybody's got things they need to do, and we're looking at doing some amazing stuff. Well, some of the things that we've been chatting about at the board level, things like ways of raising funds, and one of the ways we're going to do that is by creating a membership program, and we're still deciding how that's actually going to work, how it's going to work effectively and efficiently. Remember last week when I got up on the chat, I just spoke entirely about the fact that the only way we can get people on board cruise ships is by getting people to actually donate. Well, we're going to be doing more of the same. So there are things like we're busy organizing a Helping Hands for Cruising cookbook. Jen has had some discussions with Chef Todd, and we will see how things go, whether or not there's some exciting stuff that we can handle. And we're looking to get this out as an annual event so people can get the annual cookbook from Helping Hands, see how we go with that one. So I know all you fine people will be looking at great recipes. There we go. That's one of them. Some of the other things that we were talking about is how we're faring for the Heroes cruise, which is going to be in about 960 odd days. We're still waiting on Norwegian to come back with us with an itinerary and a ship. Once that happens, we will then go hell for leather. But if anybody's interested right now in getting involved in that, we would be happy to take a small deposit, $50, to hold your place. And then we know that when things are go, you're in, and we get you your cabin booked. That's going to be sitting with Helping Hands until we get the itinerary and we get ready to book. Then it'll all move across to Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel, and we'll then get ourselves all sorted. Denise, I believe you're sole trading it on the ABC's cruise at this particular point in time. We're busy trying to get somebody else to go on board with you. We believe that Jen has a work commitment and cannot partake. Therefore, we're trying to get somebody to replace that. And also Bruce will be on board. So we're looking for a bucket load of people that can help us assist Gabby on the ABC's cruise. Now, as you all know, ABC's, it's on the Carnival Horizon. Carnival Horizon is an amazing ship. Gabby will be very happy. She's going with Mum and Dad. They're going to be on the cruise, and we want to show them a great time. So get them involved in some of the activities. In fact, Denise, what I'd be suggesting is getting them involved along with Bruce and Felicia and Kurt, and getting them involved in all the activities on the ABCs. She's actually going to be one lucky girl because we've done the A and the B, Aruba and Bonaire, and we had an absolute blast there. We've never done Curacao, so she's going to have an absolute blast on board. And so there's a couple of things that are going on. Now, you would have all seen during the week, at least last weekend, I did an interview with, or Ilana and I did an interview together with Dan. And it was an amazing interview. We had a chance to talk, and if you were there, you would have been listening to him talk about what he enjoyed, what he found a bit of a challenge, what he would do again next time. And we've already got his mind working on the Heroes Cruise. Now, the Heroes Cruise is destined for September, October of 19 of 2028. So that's going to be one hell of a cruise. And we're actually looking at getting some huge support through from various avenues, especially those in the military and so forth. Why? Because the Heroes Cruise is honoring vets, it's honoring Gold Star families, it's honoring first responders. So if you know anybody in those fields that have never had the opportunity to cruise and could very well do so with a now, I don't mean had the opportunity because financially they had the funds. I'm talking about whether they were disabled, whether they were the care of somebody disabled, life hit them between the eyeballs. They've never ever had that opportunity to be able to go on a cruise. Well, we want to get them on a board a cruise. And so we currently now are pushing out some advertising out to sponsors. We need to get a shipload of sponsors because right now we're looking at the possibility of doing more than a group. And if that's the case, they call it a quarter charter. If we can do that, yay, it will be absolutely brilliant. So the more people we get on board, the better it is. And when we go with the more people on board, we will be giving our heroes the greatest salute ever because they deserve it. I mean, things that guys had to do in the past, those that have served out, and we're looking at possibilities of other people doing service somewhere overseas. People who have went during the 9/11 when they pulled the people out of the fallen Twin Towers, those people had some important stuff going on with them. And I know of at least one person in the fire arena that has had issues due to their position at work. So what I'm saying is there are people everywhere. Let's find them. Let's put together a 2 to 5 minute video nominating them. We want to try and get 10 people on board a cruise ship. If that means we're getting 10 people on board a cruise ship, how many people do you think we need in order to pay for that cruise? We're looking at a reasonable size of cabin sold, at least 200. So let's get moving. Let's get trucking, get some ideas together, get people together and see what we can come up with. Now, we already have a nomination for that particular cruise. It's been discussed, and I'm not going to tell you who the person is because tough luck. You're going to have to wait. It will all come out in good time. I'm not already, but the cup says sexy bald guy, and I'm trying to get to that point. I'm just the bald guy. I'm not the sexy bit yet. Anyway, so there are some really exciting things that we're looking at getting done. We cannot wait to get things happening. Now, the dockside gathering, which was due to happen sometime this year, has now been postponed for at least another 5 years. That way we can actually get some more funds together, get it all put together so that when we do it, you guys are going to have an absolute blast. So the dockside gathering is put to the side. We do have the cookbook coming out. I've yet to find out. I need to actually have a good discussion with Jen and find out exactly when that's due to arrive and what else we can do on it. Website has been updated. The website is looking absolutely magnificent. So if you have a look at the website, you will see things like fundraisers and all that sort of stuff. We'll be putting all that info in there. And as well as that, membership. So we'll be talking about members and talking to our members and some of the benefits that they can get and so on and so forth. The opportunities are there. We can get people on board and we can have a great time. Look, you do not need to wait for a cruise-a-thon to be able to pay for anything or a Dreams in Motion to do a donation. We stand here So you can log in, you can click on them, go on to the QR code. On this side here, you'd be donating in USD. On this side here, you'd be donating in AUD. Go ahead, do it on a weekly basis, do it on a monthly basis. Yes, if you're going to do it one-off, fine, do it one-off. But at the end of the day, donate, because we've got a bucket load of things coming up. And so we need the funds to keep things trucking. What more can I say? Other than that, we just want to make sure that people are absolutely happy and excited. One of the things that, and I'll have set up for next week, because I will do a bit of editing on the channel, on the interview that I did with Dan. There will be some shorts coming out. There'll be some people actually doing other things. Excuse me. So there will be some shorts created. Other people will be doing things on HH4C. You will not just be seeing my face. Thank goodness for that. I have gone through 6 cameras in the last 45 days. So, and that's because they've cracked every time they've looked at my face. So what I'm saying is we're getting other people to do some things on the YouTube channel, so that you can get to see. So we'll have possibly Destination Delights doing a thing, doing something else on HH4C. We'll have Michael and Spoiled Mama doing something on HH4C. We'll have let's see who else is on the board. Is well, we're going to get Chris Svitek, our treasurer, to do something for HH4C. In fact, Chris has been running our TikTok. So if you're into TikTok, go ahead, have a look at Helping Hands for Cruising U.S. on TikTok. Also, we've done some updating to Instagram. We're getting some people to help us with our social media. We do need a bit of help as far as that is concerned. So things are starting to change. Things are starting to grow. We're starting to get things moving in the right direction. For those that are still carrying grudges out there, I'm going to make a very big suggestion. Get on board. Join in. You can do your own thing. You can, any ways that you can look at bringing in funds, we'd be eternally grateful, because after all, we are a cruising channel. After all, we are related to the cruising community. And when you see a new cruiser get on board the cruise ship, the smile on his face is between here and Kingdom Come. There were at least 5 people on board our cruise who had never cruised before. One of them was Dan, of course. Another one was David, our MC that did our MCing for us. And boy, he was amazing. He was incredible. In fact, people might accuse me of being biased, but yes, I am. He was incredible. Everybody enjoyed talking to him. They had fun with him. They had a good time. They learned. They did all sorts of things. The band pretty much had their first cruise. You should have been there. But having said that, we look at all ways that we can raise funds. So let's get on with it. Let's raise some funds. Let's get everything in place for the Heroes Cruise. And the sooner you do that, the better it is. Now, if you go into the comments, not the comments, the description below, you will see a GoFundMe campaign going on. Yes, Helping Hands for Cruising is using every avenue it possibly can to raise funds. The GoFundMe is there to raise some funds to tidy up what was left over from R&R, but more importantly, to get people on board the Heroes Cruise. So we need all this stuff happening. We need all the funds coming in. We will be having our silent auction later on in the year. Time was not right. We do have some items there for the silent auction, but I'm going to say to you folks, get involved. We need people to help us. Join our membership. As soon as we have all the details, we'll let you know. And the benefit to the membership is you're going to get a whole host of things, a whole host of benefits, but more importantly, you'll be helping the charity. But not only that, you'll be helping people on board a cruise ship. And that makes a huge difference. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. With that in mind, I'm going to now bring up our next cruise and let you see the one that we've got young Gabby going on. So let's see how that cruise is going to go.
The ABCs and You Group Cruise 2026 is the cruise you have been waiting for. Don't miss this opportunity to set sail on the magnificent Carnival Horizon for an epic 8-day sailing from Miami to the beautiful ABC Islands. After 2 amazing sea days, you will arrive at the island of Aruba where you can see the California Lighthouse or just take in the scenery. The next stop is Bonaire with its picturesque pink salt flats and amazing beaches. And then the last port of call is Curacao, where you can take a panoramic island tour or just take in the sights. 2 more sea days wrap up this cruise and you will have plenty of time to hang out at the Pig and Anchor Bar, the Havana Bar, or the Ocean Plaza. There is so much to do on the horizon, and this is why it is a favorite among many. Contact Bruce at Ocean Travel or Felicia at Syrup City Travel today for more details and booking information for this amazing group cruise. We'll see you on board.
Yeah, that's going to be one incredible cruise. And so we're wishing Gabby as much fun as possible. We're wishing Denise as much stirring as possible, because I know that when she gets on board that and she gets everything done, hey, if Gabby walks away with a huge smile on her face, I know for a fact that Denise will have a smile on her face, because what that means is that she's fulfilled her mission, and that is make somebody's dream come true. So with that in mind, folks, I'm going to ask you all to dig deep in your pockets, have a go, put your dollars down where your money is, where your mouth is, and we will absolutely change a few lives. Some of the other things that we're looking at is currently with the Australian side of things, there has been an error made to the company name change, which might work to our advantage. We're just looking at the opportunity whereby it might be easy to do what we've got and call it trading as Helping Hands for Cruising Australia. So what we've got is the company was meant to be Helping Hands for Cruising Australia, but the powers that be decided to give it the Australian business number that we have as the company number. And because that is the case, we are then going to see whether or not it's cheaper to go with the Australian business number trading as helpinghandsforcruising.org or Helping Hands for Cruising Australia, more to the point. Now, by the way, talking about helpinghandsforcruising.org, that is the website. Go check it out. You'll see some modifications made. People on the board, I think I need to go through and check whether or not there's been any updates to that. Let me have a look-see. Let me have a look-see, because we've had everything else in place. So let's have a look. I press that button, then I go in, I type in this words. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see if that works. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. Helping Hands for Cruising. All right, so let me just get in there. Okay, there we go. So if we look at the website, it's actually looking quite spiffy. There's been some updates. Let me have a look at some of the things here that I'm hoping has been changed. As the board, what have we got for the board? Who are we? It's telling you about the board. Doesn't give you the members. Well, that's about us. That's why. Tell me about the board. Meet our board. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. Oh, there's that. There's that. There's that. And we need to get a couple more photos and get that updated. But that's cool. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, that needs to be updated. And our sponsors. We've got some good sponsors there, folks. You know, you gotta find out who our sponsors are. Yeah, that is a bit light on. That needs to be updated. Folks, you need to check it out. Tell us what you think. Mission statement, has that been updated? Yeah, that's been updated and it looks amazing. Looks incredible. Mission statement, okay. Moving right along. What else have we got? It's got, the website has got things about our recipients, past and future. So let me see who's in the future list. Should only be one. There is. It is the young lady Gabby, and we will be doing, and somebody will be getting an interview done there. Past recipients, you'll meet all about our people like Kenny, like Cindy and James, like the Hicks family, Scott and Amber, Roxy, and then we've got Dan the Man. Dan the Man is looking real good. What else have we got on our website? On our website, we've got our events. So we've got past events. The past R&R should be on there. Let me have a look. Past events. Oh, it's got only the Dreams in Motion. Okay, let's have a look. Current events. No, those things should go. Okay, current events. We've had the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. That should be moved. Because that's no longer a current event. That has been done. But if we look at our future events, we've got some exciting stuff going on there. We have the silent auction needs to be moved and changed. Dreams in Motion has come and gone. The ABCs in April, that's still to come. New Year's Eve cruise down under. For those that are down under, Joe and a few others, that would be the cruise to go on, December 29 through to January the 4th. Then we've got the Heroes Cruise to be advised, and that's right in there, and we're so looking forward to that cruise. If you have a look at the website and you go into future events, you'll see there a shield saying Heroes Cruise, and if you have a look in there, you will see every aspect of the military and first responders. So that's going to be really amazing, really exciting. Let me see. Get involved. You can get involved if you want to. All you got to do, number one, is nominate a recipient. How do you do that? Put together a 2 to 5 minute video telling us why you're nominating that person. They cannot be a family member. They can be a friend, but they cannot be a family member. Put together a 2 to 5 minute video telling us why you think they deserve a cruise. We will then do some background work and go in and talk to them and figure out whether you are correct. End result, they do get on a cruise or they don't. It's all up to the board, right? Same thing with becoming a host, right? 2 to 5 minute video telling us why you think you should host a cruise. If we feel you have enough of the experience, go ahead and do it. If we don't think that you have enough of the experience, we'll give you some guidelines and get you updated and assist you. We can do that in two ways. Either one, we actually take you through and run the cruise with you, or two, we give you an opportunity to go and learn from somebody else. And then, of course, you can donate either in US or AUD dollars. It's up to you. In terms of fundraising right now, we are involved with Giving Bean. Giving Bean all year round. Giving Bean gives us the most amazing coffee. And you can buy it either in beans or ground coffee or whatever, but it gives you that opportunity. because a proportion of the funds, proportion of the sale of the coffee comes to HH4C and helps to get people on board ships. So coffee is not a bad thing. We also from time to time have pop and corn, which is that pop and popcorn apparently, because we can't get it down under, makes me so jealous. But apparently that popcorn is to die for. So there you go. We're working on a few more fundraisers, things that might be interesting. At this particular point, can't tell you what they are because I'm not really sure myself. We've got committees working on that. And that's another thing. If you want to get involved and join one of the committees, you will then be a member. And if you're a member, you then join one of the committees and get involved and get your hands dirty. Join us, right? If you happen to have a small business doing T-shirts and all that sort of stuff, come on in and help us out. We can certainly do with the assistance. And then we do have our merch shop, but that merch shop's going to grow and change. G'day, Army Vet. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. I hope you heard me give the people a bit of a serve about fundraising. I have been going through the new website. Does need a couple of modifications still, but it's way better than it was 10 minutes ago, or at least a week ago. So anyway, guys, keep on going to the Helping Hands for Cruising. That's the Helping Hands, the number 4, cruising.org. Because that'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of HH4C. All right, moving right along. So right now, as I said before, our main focus now is for the Heroes Cruise. We need a bucket load of you to organise some sponsors for it. So what I'm saying is if you know of any business that's willing to donate, I don't care what it is, so we can raffle it off, make some fun so that we can get people on board. Yay, we will be there. Chris, do me a favour, mate. Stop jumping on my parade because that's exactly what I was going to talk about anyway. Excuse me. Anyway, so we need the funds. And the benefit to that is we're getting more and more people on board the cruise ship. So if you know of any organizations that would be prepared to donate, they or you can set up a donation process whereby if you were to donate, your company matches through Benevity. We've got a couple of people that do that already. They make donations, and those donations get approved, and the companies back them up, and they donate as well. And so Benevity gives us a hand there. So, yeah, the more of that we have, the better. So please. And by the way, for those of you across the pond in the US, all your donations are tax deductible. HH4C is a 501c3. We have the letter. You will, once you make your donation, it'll go through a donation, what we use for our fundraising, a program called Zephy. Zephy then automatically issues out the tax receipt, which you can then hand into your tax officer, and that allows you to claim that donation back on tax. We're busy working to set that up. Once we get our trading name correct, we will then go ahead to our version of the IRS here, and we will then put in application. It's called the ACNC, the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profit Commission. We will put our requirements into them and get our ability to be tax exempt. And once we do that, we will then notify everybody here, and we'll start our own fundraising format from here. At the end of the day, folks, we're working hard to get people on board cruise ships, so we need the funds. We need the money. As Tom Cruise said in that movie, "Show me the money." Well, it wasn't him. Yes, it was him, because he had to say it at the top of his voice. "Show me the money." Yeah, we need it. We needed to pay our bills in order to get those people on board the cruise ships. Now, for us to put a person on board a cruise ship is $5,000 because we take into account the airfare, the travel from where they are to the cruise port, and put them up at a hotel. Now, it's a bill to us, so we have to pay it. So we need the funds. Get involved. Share your bank balance with us. We don't mind. In fact, if you spoke to any one of the recipients, any one of the 5 current recipients and the 6th one when she's done, you speak to any of them, it's changed their lives. It's made their time amazing. Gabby's has been disposed. Gabby's cruise has been postponed because she was going to do originally an Alaskan cruise, which couldn't take place because the organizers of that cruise were not able to go on that cruise. But the ABCs now is the big thing. So we're going to get them on board that one. They're going to have fun. It's going to be a blast. I know it is. Now, wait a minute. I need to get more sexy. Let me drink my coffee. Second best coffee I've had all day. The first one I made, and the second one I made. The first one I had when I got up for breakfast. The second one I had was the one I made just after dinner. There we go. All right, so moving right along. Is there anybody there who's got any questions for us? Please, if you do have any questions, put it in the chat. If it's not in the chat, put it in the description afterwards or in the comments afterwards. We'll always answer a question if it's a valid question. Suffice to say, we do read the comments always, and we'll go from there. But we certainly want to get things happening. We certainly want people to enjoy being on a cruise ship and enjoy the fun. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Oh, sorry, Illy O. Hello, Illy. It's about freaking time you joined us one way or another. If it wasn't for you being in the other room typing on the keyboard, you'd be here sitting next to me, and the coffee you made for me was very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I would make you a coffee lovingly every day. Because, folks, Illy O is my absolute queen. And she's still working. Seriously? Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, honey, I'm working too right now. Okay. So let's get some people coming up with us. If you know of anybody you think is a hero, is able to join us on the cruise because they actually do have the funds to pay for it, good. Get them on board. Come and get them to join us. Get them to put down their holding deposits, and we'll get everything sorted. If they are a potential recipient, get that video in. The sooner we get that video in, the sooner we can get the board working and either approving or whatever it is. At the end of the day, we want to get 10 recipients, at least 10 recipients on board that cruise. If we've got 20 recipients, we've well and truly gone into the charter set. So at this particular point in time, I'm saying to you, we need to get as many people on board that cruise as possible. We need to get as many people donating whichever way as possible. Let's get it happening. Chris is saying reach out to your local veterans organization. Yes, please do that. Reach out to your organizations. Let them know. Let them know that this is coming up, because I'm pretty sure that you know of somebody who's either a vet or a Gold Star family or a first responder. We want to get as many people as we possibly can. G'day, Nick. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Chris, hey, mate, if we get enough people that we can fund 100 recipients, we're at the point where we've charted the ship. Wouldn't that be nice? Actually, that sounds like an advert, a song that was an advert. Anyway, wouldn't it be nice if we... Okay, shut up, Shaun. You can't do the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys is long and gone. Hey, but if we can get 100 people on board, look, my goal is 10,000 people on board a cruise ship through the charity, paid for, and giving them an opportunity to change their lives. So far we've done how many? 5. We're a long way off from the 100,000, but let's get there. Let's get it happening. So folks, I'm going to suggest to you, please talk to your veterans groups, talk to your, and by the way, Aussies, we're trying to do the same thing down under. We still need our charity qualification, but once we get that, we'll be doing something similar and getting people on board the cruise ships, and we'll be going to the RSLs and the like and talking to them about the benefits of getting somebody on board, those that have served, and similarly gold star families. So there you go. Show me the money, as I said, right? At the end of the day, we want as many people on board. Can you imagine? You get on board a cruise and you see a bunch of guys there who have, in one way or another, donated their time, their energy, their effort. They've served, and we turn the ship into a quasi-military base. You know, we're not going to fight with the different arms. Like, I'm not going to say it's an air base or it's an army base or a navy base or a fire station or whatever, or a hospital. I'm just going to say this is a military base. We are going to take it over and deal with it accordingly. So we're certainly looking for great times, great fun. Chris is saying, go to your fire departments, towns, etc. Here, the fire departments are run by the state. Well, yeah, close enough. We have the Metropolitan Fire Services, and then we also have the country fire authorities. So there they go. Illy is saying, how are you, Nick? And Chris is saying they will do that on their own. They'll do what? Go to the fire departments and all that sort of stuff? Is that what you're saying? At the end of the day, Chris, we really want to get as many people on board that cruise ship. And we need the money to do it. We need the moolah. Count de Menet, that's my name, Count de Menet, because all I want to do, actually no, that's Chris's name. He's the treasurer for HH4C in the USA. So his nickname is Count de Menet because that's what he does. He counts de Menet in and tries not to count it out. But he counts de Menet in so that we can get people on board the cruise ships. Let's get it done. Oh, he's talking about Army versus Navy versus Air Force. Well, we're going to throw some first responders in there as well as maybe some medicos. So we'll see how they straighten that one out. Now, what we've got to be careful is this quarter of the room, Navy, that quarter of the room, Air Force, that quarter of the room, Army. Yeah, no, we're going to have to mess it up. And Chris, you know my sense of humor. I'm definitely going to shit stir the pot. So we should. Stir the pot and get them all going. All right. With that in mind, folks, I've been flapping my gums for 40 minutes. We are... all I want to say is let's get as many people on board. If you've got any questions, fire away. Happy to answer. And if it's not in the chat, then let's do it in the comments below. But at the end of the day, our goal, HH4C, is going to be self-sufficient on the channel in all avenues, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whichever. We're going to be fundraising in all avenues, and that just basically gets brand new people on board cruise ships. So with that in mind, folks, I'm going to wish you all a very pleasant day. For those of you across the pond, those on our side of the pond, have a very good evening. We've had a very warm day, and it is currently sitting on 22°C. So I'm going to put my feet up and my, no, I don't drink much alcohol. So my feet up and my water handy, and we'll just cool down a bit. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. Wonder where we're going to be tomorrow. Which part of Australia? That's going to be interesting. Anyway, well, you'll have to be in the show tomorrow to find out. And Joe, I'll have done things a little bit differently. Anyway, folks, I'm going to say thank you for coming in. Nice to see you. And we'll have a great day. Catch up with you all later. Take it easy. Bye.
Dreams set sail today, rising up no delay. Hands reach out, we say, join us, come what may. Waves of hope we ride, strength is found inside. Together side by side, we conquer every tide. Helping hands to cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing just
This is from Fantastic Cruise Group, Carnival Pride. We had a blast, we enjoy ourselves.
Smiles light up the night, under stars so bright. Turning
I want to
wrongs to
thank him and
right,
Matt.
holding on so tight. Sail with me, we'll find
rest
joy
of the
in
group.
every kind.
That we all enjoyed ourselves together, and they are great friends of ours now.
Moments we will
We got two
share.
brothers,
Love is in the air.
Who
and
are they?
With
Paul,
compassion's
Dewey,
care.
and Captain
Hand in
Bill.
hand we dare.
So you guys just had your first cruise. How did you guys enjoy it? And what do you think was your favorite thing that you did?
Favorite thing that we did?
Helping hands for cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing, just keep moving. Helping hands for cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing, just keep moving.
And do you guys have any recommendations for first-time cruisers?
Under stars so bright,
Believe everything you hear when they say you want to eat.
Definitely.
Food here.
Holding on so tight.
It's convenient, right at hand.
Sail with me, we'll find
The ice cream machine needs to
joy in every kind.
every time you walk through the door,
Leave
it's
the
right
past behind. In each
Great. Well,
way
thank you for letting me
find
interview you.